What is up, you guys? It's your girl Madison, and we're back at it with some more Colonel Sanders dating sim. Watch this be the first game that I ever actually like finish and also publicly upload at the same time, because I feel like a lot of the times I either like quit playing a game or I'll finish it and then either like the footage gets messed up or something and I can't upload it. Everything seems to be working out okay on this game. So basically we're just gonna pick up where we last left off. And if you're not aware, KFC came out with a dating simulator where you pretty much are just trying to get the heart of good old Colonel Sanders. And let me tell you, he is a fine man's. And pretty much you do have a rival. Her name is Ashley, but it's spelt very stupid, and she is like the dummiest thick person I have ever met. And I'm gonna say this every episode, but without further ado, it is day 2 of our 3-day schooling. And yeah, here we go. The fake gamer girl life continues also with my cheap headphones for my computer. Also, I just kind of skipped the title screen because it has like a issue like loading correctly. So I just got back to where we were. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals. See what I mean? Ashley, pronounced Ashley, and Van the Man are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. What would like a restricted ingredient be? Like, I'm curious more than that. You try and get a peek over Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? We're gonna do this. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. Is that Van's? Bro, look at her face. Why is she like this? However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. I don't even know what panache is. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's gonna be that chicken book. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. First of all, how'd they get this book? Are there 2 books? Or did they take the book that I found? Did we leave the book? Also, what the hell is going on with Pop? We're playing. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother with a stand mixer. Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Oh my gosh, she's the worst. Ashley's tone is completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you missed most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food right in front of you. Well, Madison, naturally, this appears to... Ah! There's like stuff in my face. Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? We're gonna go with the pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out. I made a mistake! However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through... to fulfill... the prophecy! You must. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. Ah! You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Oh my gosh. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. You're on. Bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool, his haircut is a fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Madison. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reached a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. I think that's what he said. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer. Then, oh my. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Ow! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. Can we talk about her freaking thing? Oh my gosh. Okay. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Oh no. Oh boy. What temperature does water boil at? Celsius. That's right, but how would you have even gotten into this school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer ever motivate you. It honestly does, because I want to pet him so bad. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. I got blank and I got blank. And salt, pepper. How many herbs? Oh, he uses 11. That's right, you might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. State of gratitude? I don't know, I didn't know that one. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to... I'm sorry for all those, like, 7 chins. I didn't know, like... This is where dreams are made up. Oh! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? I don't know any of these. That's right, when they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Madison. Why, thank you, Colonel. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. Listen, in-game Madison, you need to focus. How many spoons? 4 seconds. What? Were those all Colonel Sanders options? I couldn't even read it. It gave us like 4 seconds. Grr. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? Oh my god. I'm ashamed of my character. Why are they... I'm so disappointed in my character right now. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof, you're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your pizza dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. Zip. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Whir. You might not have any hands, but Madison does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into... Our hand's gonna get, like, cut off. But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. There's literally nothing I could have done. My ass was being stupid. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. That's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Madison's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish, but I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Madison to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry galette. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you? As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. We're gonna not be a crazy bitch. Your rage burns so intensely with your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of this semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you want for the quad to be alone. So our eyebrows are just gone now? Is that what we're saying? The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and has decided to get married. Why are we like this? And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now, but you've made a mistake. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. So my eyebrows did catch on fire. He's like, I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Oh, I'll fill your fryer, all right. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you enrolled in culinary school. Incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about life. Oh, it's already open. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. Is this like, so is Colonel Sanders like an actual person who like made KFC, and then is this like the true story like behind him, question mark? Also, when I talk a lot, like I start to like not be able to read words correctly, so bear with me. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that when I was going to amount to something, no amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Borko? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore. But I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Oh, Borko, he's crying! Oh my gosh. Monster problems. Am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and was forever He was a doggo! A magic spellbook. Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I'll be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Madison, together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite! Cha-ching! You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Alright, you guys, we're gonna end this video here. We're about to go over to Colonel Sanders' house. I think the game's actually like almost over. When I go to like the little title screen, there's only like 3 more segments left. But yeah, then stay tuned for the rest of I Choose You, Colonel Sanders. Is that even what it's called? I love you, Colonel something Colonel Sanders. Anyway, I hope you all have a beautiful day and a beautiful night, or night, not and. Oh, yeah, you have a day and night. Yeah. Totally don't forget to like and subscribe though, so your girl can drop out of college. And I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for watching my videos. And yeah, bye guys.